Hello guys, Brandon Carey here, and today we are playing something a little different than the usual fare. My friend Will, who you might remember from the Disclosure Alert and later Closure Alert run of Alpha Protocol, gifted me this over the holidays. This is Stellaris. And he gave me a few tips. Like I play with him over Discord screen share for a couple of hours, and I wanted to see if I could continue that run on my own. For people who don't know, Stellaris is pretty much a space-faring simulation game where you play as a race. Could be human, could be alien. In this case, we have Fox people as our race. And you just kind of you are the government leaders of that race as they expand outward into space. And we are we're colonizers who landed on this very suspiciously similar to Earth in terms of planet, and in terms of the fact that all of these planets are basically Earth planets. And so far, I go to the galaxy map. We're in the middle of a game in progress, and we haven't met any actual alien races yet, but we are expanding ever slightly, ever gradually throughout our corner of the known universe. And I have science ships who are making expeditions as we speak. We have construction ships that aren't really doing much, and this science ship is doing nothing. So let's zoom in. I think let me zoom into where they are. Don't know if they have anything. Oh, hey llama, sup? Let me open up the situation log and see if we have anything.
I have important information for you.
Go to. Alright, so trying to remember what actually. You do need to listen to something interesting to say. I'm trying to remember what I was actually doing before I left off, because it's been a while since I actually ran this save, and this is my first time playing. Factions don't seem to think I'm okay, but don't really hate me or like me. Apple Post, my bad, is still getting built as a colony. And things looking good in the resource department. I'm not in the red anywhere. I'm accumulating resources over time. Advanced Spore. This is actually probably a good way of thinking about it. And I do apologize if I'm for people who've played this game before if I'm acting a little slow, because I'm also trying to remember A, how to play, and B, what the hell I was doing. See, this ship is idle, and you're over here. This ship, where are you? You're here. Alright, so had this investigation going. Where was it on the galaxy map? It's here in Dustmark. Do I have any vessels over here? No, Howard's over there. That's going to take a while for them to go, so... Any projects in Howard that are worth doing, or should I just have these guys? A lot of signs of precursor activity. Alright, so if I right-click here... Oh yeah, research anomalies in Howard. Let me see...
The victories.
I have just unpaused the game. This is a real-time with pause game where time moves if you allow it to. I'm gonna speed up time's advancement. Let's see what's gone. Construction complete here. Okay, so... Oh, I need to go back to the galactic map and... Okay, I have no plans here, so... I can't build a mining station here, but I can build a starbase. And that should let me build that mining station. Where's my other ship? Let's have you build a base here as well. Might as well get something done while something useful done. Gigantic skeleton. Was previously thought to have been assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere, but by the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. Bones are 3.4 billion years old, but scientists have ruled that it could have supported life on the scale at any point in the moon's history.
Situation log updated.
And that's from here. You see, if I click on research projects...
System survey complete.
Alright, this is a... Let me see how my... Speaking of research, let me see how my technology is going along. Okay, this is all going to be done fairly quickly, so we're good there. No. First mark.
Anomaly found.
All right, we'll do the research. Doesn't take that long from the looks of it. And we're still, at this point in the game, waiting for contact with other races. So I actually have no idea what the interracial relationships in this game be like.
Construction complete.
Build mining stations. What is going on in this quadrant of the map? Oh, there's a lot of stuff along the way here. I could build a construction ship. Let me see. fine. Shipyard, yes. We can build a construction ship. And that will help me. Hey, anaphysik. Hey, Will. You're this person I want to join this stream, actually. Teachings of Warriors. Send it to our homeworld for research. I don't really need the energy right now. I've got plenty of it. Oh, the design on the walls behind me? Those are posters I've accumulated over the years. A lot of it is Magic the Gathering art, actually. Move this down a little bit. But yeah, a lot of that is Magic the Gathering art that I've accumulated over the years. Might as well put this project
Situation log updated
on the docket at some point. Seems the playground music part of some sort. Officer, son. These are highly complex creations that we can learn much from, and that to the builder's alien eyes. This might have been a cutting-edge sensor array, or even a gigantic art installation. Regardless, to us, so Carly, this mostly looks like a place where you could take your young and let them use themselves. Alright, and where... that was here. Special projects. Oh no, I do not want you to do that. Belay that order. Alright, so... I have nothing for this guy to do here, so at that point... and shift, right click, survey, and we will put you a little ahead in the queue to give you something to do. Yeah, you gave me this UI. I think this is the one you recommended, Will. Actually, this UI mod to make the to make it work better in wider screens. And so far, it is actually looking very nice. I do like this updated HUD a lot because my screen is so much bigger than yours. Let me see this research project. Yeah, we will click on this ship and research this project. Sure. Oh, it only takes 11 days. That's almost done. Oh, that's for them to actually get there. Oh no, that's actually a pretty quick rate for research. Yeah, gotta flex that extra real estate. Now we have the destruction ship complete here. Oh, I don't have enough authority to build a star base there, but I guess I could just move you until I'm ready to do that.
Situation log updated.
Got a lot of we've got a lot we're going on here. Finishes in 14 months. Let me look at my current society research. Oh, that takes 13 months. So I might as well finish that off before I do the other research. Because that's moving along at a clip. I will admit, these kinds of games are usually not something
complete.
I go for because I tend to get very intimidated by these things pretty easily, but so far, so good. influence cost. Oh, the influence cost is the same. If you had also built an out, as if you had also built an outpost in each of the systems closer to you than that system. Okay. No. I guess you are on standby. Oh no, you're making the journey. I haven't actually resumed the game.
Anomaly found.
Anomaly
Construction
found.
complete.
Oh, okay. That takes a while to research. I'll let that be on the back burner for now, but we will come back to that.
Special project complete.
Oh no, belay that order. God damn it. Just research. That's fine. So back in Hauer. Research building stations. Or build research stations. And the other construction ship is still on its way. Okay, you're making progress on that, and pretty steady progress, too. Oh, I forgot, because we didn't actually survey these systems. Which we will probably have to do. This one has been surveyed, and so is this one, but we didn't actually survey these systems here.
Complete.
I see what you mean. Construction complete in Hauer. And that's an unsurveyed system. Unsurveyed. So we don't have much. I guess we could take this ship and build an outpost here. And what is this ship, the Gatria, doing? Okay, it's building the mining station. Okay, that's fine.
Spaceport under attack.
Oh, it's a good thing, oh, it's a large asteroid. Okay, so
Situation log updated.
that should be in the situation log. Asteroid sighted. And if that's there... Placid Leviathans. Okay, where are the asteroids, though? Oh, in the first Lull colony in Alpha Centauri. Which means... Oh, I already have my... I already have... my... military here, so...
Evading hostile fleet.
Wait.
Colony established.
Thought you were in Alpha Centauri. Where are you? Oh, you have to move. Okay. Yeah, that was funny. Hostile fleets present. Oh, this is the asteroid. Okay. Well, hopefully the military gets there in time. Oh, looks like they'll be there in time. Sure. Oh, we're losing consumer goods now. Let's see, situation,
The planets and sectors screen provides an overview.
Alright, that does... That gives us... That's a victory. Minor as it is, but a victory nonetheless. Wait, I thought I had you... Oh... I must not have enough influence to build a outpost here. No, I don't have enough influence. That's the problem. That's why it's not letting me do that. Let me see. The giant ship. No orders. No orders. No orders. That's... I am slacking. Okay, so... Where are you? How do you have no orders? I thought I had you survey this whole thing. Oh, you know what? I forgot I had you switch to research because I'm a dumbass. So you move here. No. You survey here. And you survey here. Intel level low. And you are idle as well. Where are you? You're here? Why aren't you surveying? And... Oh yeah, you're right. I could probably move this construction ship here just in preparation. This one's almost done with its orders. And this ship has no orders for now, but there's not much I can actually do. Let me see if I can deal with this consumer goods minor shortage we were having.
This is where we manage all ground forces on this planet. This screen also tracks how much devastation or damage the planet itself has suffered.
The bureaucrats are consuming trade goods for administrative capacity. And the researchers... You see the workers tab. I wonder if I should move someone over to artisans to make more consumer goods. I could probably... I remove him in researcher. What does that do? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm already maxed out at artisan, so I need to figure out a way to make more artisans. Let me see. Okay, this both gives artisan jobs. Upkeep 2 energy. Where do I find... Alright, civilian industries, but... I have 35 pops. Why isn't that unlocked? It's not being collected because there is not a trade hub within range to collect it. We're not upgraded to Starbase in the system, I think. Actually, I don't integrate the systems that well. I've also been spoiled recently by playing machines that don't care about it. But trades either energy or half energy and a quarter consumer goods, but I think you currently have it set to. Oh. I guess you're right. This won't be a deal breaker for now. But I wonder if I could add specialists. What would adding a colony do? Mayonnaise and planetary defense armies? Alright, and... Okay, so I have that, and... Okay, so you spend consumer goods on building ships and making new and growing your population. That makes sense. You know, Will, if you want, we could probably hop on a Discord call. I'd have to do some audio balancing. This is a lot for my puny brain to keep track of, but let's go with it.
Construction complete.
This is the kind of thing where you just make mistakes and then roll with them, and you learn from those mistakes when playing another game. All right, let me start a Discord. Let me open up my Discord here on this PC, and I will. I'll call you. Assuming you're free. If you're not, that's... I guess you're watching the stream, so you probably are free at this moment. Hey, Will. I can't hear you. But let's keep going. Let time pass.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Research complete.
You just make sure the audio sounds good on the stream. Go ahead and talk. I can hear you now.
Research complete. Research complete.
Yeah, I better mute the stream.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. So, how are you?
Alright.
So, let's see.
I was going to say there's if you click on any resource in the top bar, you also take it to the market screen. If you ever
okay.
are like, oh, I desperately need more consumer goods, or I desperately need more alloys, which is definitely not a thing that happens to every player all the time.
Oh, so if I could I have a lot of energy, so I can, in theory, sell some energy for consumer goods I wanted to. Okay, that's good to know.
Exactly.
That's good to know.
You won't get a great rate on it, and you see it says market fee 30%.
Mm-hmm.
Like on top of whatever the sell price versus buy price are, you're paying however the math works out, but 30% worse. And there are ways to reduce that later on.
But that's good to know in case I ever desperately need consumer goods or whatever I'm low on.
Here, empire-wide edicts, practices that can be enforced by spending some of our resources, can be enacted.
Okay, so the unstable tectonic plates of the double post my bad have just violently shifted once again. Oh man. Reports on the damage of the colony are starting to arrive. Let us hear it. Situation room. Where would this...
Hey Brandon, how badass is your PC? Can you stream at the same time that you would be stream on via Twitch like you're doing at the same time that you could stream via Discord?
I've tried it and it's not that badass, unfortunately.
Okay, don't worry, that's fine.
Let me see. I haven't realized that all this research was completed already, so let me go to the situation log. I know I had some research here that needed doing.
And like I said last time, the research system is very forgiving like that. Like if you look up on your microscope in the top bar, where it says plus 156 or whatever.
Okay.
You can check how much research you have stored up. So if you're ever not researching something,
it
just stores
research
the research
points, and then you dump them into whatever you were.
Sort of, it like doubles your research speed until they're used up.
Okay.
Yeah, so it says plus % from stored resources. So it's very forgiving like that. Like it will theoretically, like in the short term, maybe you won't finish them in the fastest time, but they will eventually, it will eventually catch up. Such as
but it's not like you're wasting.
You never have to worry like, oh no,
yeah.
You don't have to worry about, oh, I have to pause the game to choose new research or something. No, don't never worry about that.
All right. That works. The recent earthquake which rocked our colony in Dumpus My Bad has caused no damage and has serendipitously uncovered a batch of useful minerals. Remarkable. All right. So we are making
system survey complete.
Some progress. All right. Traditions available. You need to adopt a new tradition.
The tradition screen displays the tradition trees available to our empire. A tradition tree must first be adopted before any traditions within it can be unlocked.
So we've got all of prosperity unlocked. I think last time you said harmony was a good one to start off with as well.
It seemed to fit your, pacifist, egalitarian. What, pacifist, egalitarian, xenophile?
Let me double check, but we are pacifist, xenophile, egalitarians with
democracy,
who are the beacon of liberty and agrarian ideal.
Yes, as one of my friends say. As one of my friends would say, your empire is just begging to be conquered, really.
Oh.
But yeah, based on your playstyle, Harmony is probably pretty good. It stacks with a lot of the same features as Pacifist, give you bonus stability, which gives you bonus production and everything. Other ones are fine too, like Expansion is very strong. Gives you additional colony bits. And, yeah. But, I mean, you can choose any of them.
Okay.
As long as it's not domination.
Yeah, I don't think domination will work for us right now.
It's actually... No, the funny thing about domination is that... the problem with it is it's kind of bad. It just doesn't do very much, is actually the problem. It has a really good finisher effect. +1 influence a month. Can help out a lot. But a lot of the inner effects are kind of bit. It's actually pretty well suited to a pacifist type playstyle. Like domination is not actually domination over other empires. It's more like control at home.
Oh, okay. Like keeping the peace?
Yeah. So it gives you boost to like your leader levels, to crime fighting capability, that sort of thing. You can hover over each of the things. They all have good flavor text. In fact, actually, some flavor text changes based on your ethics.
Oh, cool.
In ways that I don't think is very universally flavorful, and I kind of dislike that because it's a little too. It's a little too like these are the good ethics.
Few things match the strength of of content populace working towards a common goal. Our curiosity about the universe is what got us this far, and there is so much left to discover. The surest way to destroy your enemies is to make them your friends. If we do not impose our will on others, they will inevitably impose theirs on us.
Yeah, and each of the 5 things within each tradition tree also have good flavor text. There's a lot of great flavor text in this game. Like if you go through the different species rights, you can see all the different flavor text. Although it's somewhat difficult for you because you have a lot of them locked, and so you actually can't look at them.
Yeah.
But there are some good ones, like some of them also from Utopia. That's right. This flavor text is also all different for like the machine empires in
because
if you have access to those from one of the DLC.
They're robots. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a good discovery one which it reduces like your researcher upkeep or researcher drone upkeep or whatever. But it's like, a recent discovery has we've improved efficiency by 5.26% by making some change. We will put this improved efficiency into researching how the improved efficiency came about in the first place.
Huh. Oh, that's where this guy is located. So let's let you stay here.
A lot of machine dialogue and flavor text also has like error messages in it, which is great.
Where is Gotria? Double click on. Oh, here. Do we have any projects that are nearby that are worth? Oh, I guess build research stations here. That works. That's a project, and I'll hold on that outpost for a second. Let me see what you are doing. Okay, so what is our... There's just not much really to do at this point, except just let the timers go.
I mean, one thing you can do is, say, build a science ship and just tell it to go off and explore.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Because surveying does take a long amount of time. So you just, send it off somewhere, so you probably would find another empire.
So
and then
we
they can
have
conquer you.
made first contact with the Arasu Ancients.
Delightful. We hadn't expected to encounter you for a few centuries yet. Personally, I thought you would wipe yourselves out.
They are fanatically xenophilic. So...
Little did they know what happened to the humans.
I'm not sure we know what happened to the humans. We could learn much from each... Okay, so these are... We have different flavors of response based on our ethics. That's cool. I like this. Should we greet you as equals, greet you in peace, or say we can learn much from each other? That's an interesting dilemma. Oh, that's... Where is your homeworld? Okay, so your homeworld's a bit away from ours, but not that far. Let's greet them in peace. So I found it appears to be very old and their level of technology far ahead of ours. There's no doubt there's a great deal they could teach us. Their wisdom must be great. Sure. There's a potentially habitable planet here. So let us go to our
You met someone,
shipyard.
by the way?
Yeah, we just met somebody.
A little bit special, but yeah. You can see their territory on the map, and they've got the little flag next to any system where they have a colony in. If you click on that flag, you will open the diplomacy screen with them.
The diplomacy screen is where we communicate with other civilizations. Here we can declare war, form alliances, and implement trade deals with our neighbors.
They are
amongst other things.
patronizing towards us.
And yeah, so they have a high opinion of you, but they are vastly more powerful than you. Errant children in need of guidance.
Send an insult to reduce their opinion of us. Let's not do that. Okay, the ruler, home in the sky, investor, an eye for talent. They're a xenophile. They have lethargic leadership, and their empire is in decline. Unable to conquer or colonize planets. Unable to construct new ships. But they are independent. Guess we could offer a trade deal.
This is the trade screen. We can trade any type of resource with an empire, as well as information and favors.
They're making a lot of food. Oh, I don't want them to give me food. I have plenty of it. I want them to give me consumer goods. And food for us.
In addition to just using the plus and minus, you can use control plus and minus, you can use shift plus and minus, and you can use control shift plus and minus.
Oh, okay.
I believe control plus and minus, I always just figure it out when I do it, but I believe control plus or minus is by tens, shift is by hundreds, and control shift is by thousands.
Gotcha.
And
I don't want to get too many extra consumers. I just want a little bit, because I don't want to eat too much into my food.
Well, as you see, this would just be trading food once, and then you can do monthly food versus monthly consumer goods.
Oh, okay.
So for instance, you could trade them 10 monthly food for 1 monthly consumer good or whatever. You see at the top, the 0 tells you how likely they are to... They'll only accept a positive trade. So it has to be to +1 or to... Actually, maybe it has to be at +1.
Okay, so this is a -1, so they won't accept this, but they'll take 10 food or 3 consumer goods. That's not the worst trade in the world.
And you can change the deal length to, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, whatever. The 50% is their likelihood of accepting. Well, their likelihood of accepting if it's positive. If you ever see -1,000, that means under no circumstances will they accept.
All right, we'll see if they take this deal. You're reviewing your proposal.
So, as you see, trade deals are a way other than, say, the market that you can get,
They have deigned
we have
to
a comparative
trade with
advantage
us.
in one thing, you have a comparative advantage in another thing, let's make a deal.
Yeah. We no longer see reason to keep out your territory. Our borders are open to you. The Aristu ancients have opened their borders to us.
So, for instance, you could send a science ship in there and see what their worlds are like.
They won't blow us up. That's good to know. No, do we have any science ships in the area? I'm sure we do. Okay, so we have You were going
You
to
can
go
also
there.
construct another if you want.
I probably will.
Moderate amount of
But
alloys.
since I have someone that's right here, it feels like a waste to not just have them like survey this system and then start moving into theirs a little bit and learn a little bit more about them. But you're right, we should probably build some more research ships. Maybe even a few military if we have the resources for it. Shipyard. Let's build a science class vessel. Do I have enough to build a cool ship XOXO? Sure, we'll build one more.
Construction complete.
Construction complete. Okay, so we have research outpost here. We will build a star base here. Oh, I'm paused. That would explain why nothing's happening. Let's see
System survey complete.
Oh, I keep forgetting about you. Alright, we have a science vessel. So, let us take this new... Oh, we have to crew it first. I forgot. Leader assigned. You'll recruit. Research speed, propulsion. I'll recruit the young guy.
Yeah, this is an interesting interface. It's very different.
I like it. It looks better for sure. Like it looks more fitting for my monitor. We'll survey here and see what comes about it. We have finally made first contact, and that's exciting.
System survey complete.
Oh, we just completed some surveys. Not a big, nothing significant happened. Look at the situation log, see if anything's
Special project complete.
Our language experts have been writing for weeks to try to translate documents found on the old battlefields. Hey, we found some results. We now know that the fallen warriors all follow the teaching of the philosopher called Talisa, the Teller of Tales. Documents are breakdowns of tactics, strategy, and most importantly, logistics and interstellar warfare. Being a strong break against war, Talisa still found this to be essential knowledge and stirring into the future. Even the most peaceful people might be forced to a corner in their work for a better world. Alright, gives access to Master's Teaching, Warring States, Empire Edict. Okay, so that's an edict I can use if I ever need it.
Anomaly found. Construction complete.
Sure, do some research. And your construction is complete. Let's build... Oh, I still can't build anything here. Guess I do have the... Can I build here? No. So I have to link this up before I can do anything. A small aerostat colony was found floating just above the atmosphere of Flonath 2. And it appears to have been self-sufficient. Remains from several different species were found on board. As best we can tell, the colony was some kind of social experiment conducted centuries ago. It ultimately ended with the colonists massacring each other. And all data found in the colonies...
As all such ones do.
Yeah! We have found data of the colony's limited data banks. Okay. That's grisly.
Construction complete.
Alright, and...
System survey complete.
Let's actually build this outpost. There's much more here that's worth building.
Research complete.
Everyone seems to
Construction
be
complete.
getting something done, which is good to know. Let's see. There are engineering technologies available for research. Okay. So this research is complete.
The archaeology window shows details of the currently selected archaeology site. After progress is made, you can still go back and read previous stages by clicking the rune icons.
Only through archaeological proof of imagination can one depict a once forged civilization on the now desolate surface of Sfoot. So unkind has the passage of time been that that even the sturdiest buildings have been grinded down to little more than dust. But from deep underground, a strange facility is a strange field as well as some serious beacon yearning for investigation and discovery. Keep digging, I suppose.
It is but like dust in the wind.
Indeed.
I have important
Tears and
information
rain.
for you. System survey complete.
You've discovered some minor artifacts. These are esoteric resource, a catch-all term for strange items we do not understand, and indeed many inexplicable regardless of what item does. The source can be used to enact a variety of decisions via relics and minor artifacts screen, a tab on the traditions and relics screen. Okay, so traditions and relics.
The relics screen allows us to view and activate our relics, and also to enact decisions making use of minor artifacts.
Okay, doesn't actually say anything here though, so...
Down. Why don't you have any?
I don't know, it said I did, but apparently I don't.
The top bar says you have one as well.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Maybe these takes a few minutes for it to populate?
I thought you discovered some last time.
I thought so too, but maybe our memory isn't as good as we thought it was. I don't know.
System survey complete.
Alright, so...
There's not some weird thing with, like, the UI mod not showing it or something.
No, it says relics found. Our Progress found 0 relics.
Research complete.
Here on the top bar where it says you've got the one relic, try clicking on that. It should just bring you to the very top bar. It's under your food.
Oh, it's under my
food.
food. Okay. Minor artifacts. Clicking on that gives me right back here, and I see nothing.
Okay, weird. I don't know why.
That's bizarre.
It might actually be some bug or something in the UI mod. That is possible, but it's weird. Like, you would think that would be caught instantly.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, people care a lot about their relics.
I do not doubt that. Especially if you're a conquester and you want all the proof of your conquests. System surveyed. Good for that. Technology research completed. New research.
Construction complete.
Alright, so where is Sfoot?
It's in the Howard system? No, you're the one.
Alright, okay, so I do have a science ship in the area? Okay, so research this project, I guess. Let's make some progress on some of these situation goals.
I forgot you named your leader type head honcho.
Oh. Nock, daughter of Amik, has been elected as Prime Minister of the Okar Federation. Consult the situation log on their mandates. Our resource production has improved. So we have no governor. What the hell? Oh. So we recruited a new governor. Bureaucrats plus 10%. Leader experience gain plus... Yeah, that's...
System survey complete.
Systems... Go ahead.
No, that's fine. You clicked on it. Don't.
Anomaly found.
Oh yeah, wow, this
Special
totally
project
changes the
complete.
planetary management screen too.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, it looks better. The team under the science officer Utra, daughter of Bick, has finished their expedition on Bete and returned to... Those are words. Sadly, the wrecked starships of the surface were too badly damaged to recover any useful technologies. The vessels were clearly advanced, however we could gain valuable engineering insights if we could analyze the way they were designed. We should consider the destruction of a permanent science outpost in orbit. And where is this?
Howard, and you can always click on the little camera at the top right of any window to go to where the thing is.
Oh,
System survey complete.
If you ever lose a star system, by the way, you can press F, and that'll bring up the search function. You can type in planet, a planet, or a star name, and it will take you to there.
Gotcha.
It'll take you to the star.
So you ain't got nothing to do, because that's as far as this goes. So, see, unclaimed, unclaimed, unclaimed. Let's keep progressing this direction, I suppose. keep forgetting to use the keyboard and mouse as opposed to the or that's just the mouse by itself.
Oh, you mean you keep edge scrolling?
Yeah.
I mean, if you prefer that, that's fine.
Problem is, like,
one awkward thing about
it's awkward, so I don't want to do it.
Oh yeah. I would actually probably prefer to disable it if it was possible. One a bit awkward thing is that it's hard to change the controls of the game. Like a lot of them are actually hard coded, and there's not a simple options change controls sort of thing.
At least 2 additional mining districts,
which would be planetary districts.
Okay, so it looks like the Air Agents are vastly superior to us in terms of their rank. Gotcha. Okay, this is how you determine who wins the game.
Although, for what it's worth, winning or victory is not a big part of this game. I mean, like, technically, there will, at whatever your end year is, there will be a pop-up saying, here was the set end year, here's the rankings at this point. But, you know, you can keep playing beyond that, and you can stop way before then. It's much more of a, like, what do you personally feel is a good time to stop a playthrough?
Okay, gotcha. So... stability here is low. Let's see why. I have an unemployed worker here.
Oh, we have many unemployed workers. I actually told you to unemploy some of these people.
Yeah,
because they were better unemployed than not
this
employed.
particular one doesn't actually have any. There's no jobs on this colony.
Oh yeah, sure. No, but your unemployed people actually do better than at jobs because you have utopian abundance on. That was the first thing you said. You know, I showed you the policies, and you were like, well, you know,
yeah,
we're gonna have utopian abundance. Why not? Which is why you're losing like consumer goods. Although you've mostly taken care of that problem by now. But your unemployed people make research and Unity. And UCC colonist jobs are terrible. They're so bad.
Yeah,
they're so awful. But you were at low stability because they were not producing any amenities, and so you had low amenities on the planet. And people were like, you know, I can't shower.
Makes sense.
I can't do my laundry.
Well, now I've put them in jobs, and all of a sudden they're happy again.
Where's our public bathhouses?
Where are our public bathhouses?
But you can hover over the little like song tune and theater masks thing where it says 5 on double post, my bad, or I guess 4 on double post, my bad. That's the amenities. You can see where they come from and what they're used by.
Gotcha.
Mostly it's just pops.
Yeah. Standard of living.
But there are things that can decrease it and improve it. For instance, there's a planetary decision you can make to distribute luxury goods, which has an amazing icon of a tentacle with some jewelry on it, which improves amenities production on the planet greatly. That is another way to just spend consumer goods, is, you know, drop the bling on a populace.
Doing a job to make someone happy, that makes sense, yeah. Science ship is doing nothing for me right now.
It's a good way to make people happy that you may have conquered. To be like, yes, we now control your planet, but
conquer? What kind of scum do you think I am?
Oh no, I'm talking about more effective empires. actually, playing pacifist or whatever is perfectly reasonable. Like it's perfectly fine and good. I mean, in fact, you're better at doing a lot of stuff than militarist empires. It's just that you have more restrictions on yourself. Like, the pacifist benefits are quite good.
Actually, no. What am I doing this for? When I could just do this and let these guys build mining stations on the place they're already at. The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species has been found drifting in high orbit among Damaton 3. The being is dressed in what appears to be a flight suit complete with a helmet and maybe a fighter pilot that ejected in some ancient battle only to be forgotten and left behind. So they of course found interesting data. A tragic fate. A tragic fate indeed. But let me see, what are you doing? You have no orders. But you have research you can do here, so you can go ahead and do that. Traditions available.
Like,
what was that?
Like I'm making the conquering jokes and whatnot, but I haven't actually conquered anyone or done what was a war of conquest in a really long time. Let's see, like of the most recent sort of stuff, I defeated plant Nazis and de-brainwashed them of their Nazi ways.
As you do. That takes a while though.
Oh yeah. I have many xenophobic factions in that empire.
Oopsies. I was talking about real life, but yeah, that works too.
Oh yeah, but they're doing better now. Let's see.
Research complete.
I didn't actually conquer them. I just regime changed those ones to get rid of their like xenophobic authoritarian stuff where they had all these aliens enslaved. So I regime changed them. Now they have to give all species equal rights.
Construction.
So they have a bunch of their former enslaved ones in positions of power. Let's see. That one didn't actually really conquer anybody. It was just my smartphones have taken over the world, bullying some other empire into joining our federation and being protected by me. And then, yeah, I don't think it really conquered. It's not really counting as conquering for the Heaven Protocol. They didn't conquer anyone. They just exterminated all organic life on those planets, which is not really conquering.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's more like, I mean, this is how they view it. It's bringing them to a better place.
Whatever they need
are,
to say to sleep at night. That makes sense. Yeah.
Well, they don't sleep. They're machines.
Fair enough. I walked right into that one.
They are, in fact, determined. They're Terminators, like Skynet, that were made by super spiritualist, like kind of hippies, and so they think that organics, being in their default forms, are trapped here. Their souls can't move on to the higher plane, and so the only way to save them from themselves is to ascend them, get rid of their organic attachments.
We have encountered...
So they really do think that they're doing good.
Oh, isn't that like the Daleks in Doctor Who?
No, Daleks just want to kill everybody. They're just Terminators.
We have encountered some...
Daleks actually just...
Oh, I meant the Borg from Star Trek. Is what I meant.
Xenophobic.
Yeah, I meant the Borg. I get them confused in my head.
Borg are kind of the opposite in that they do bring cultural distinctiveness towards them. So they do kind of memorialize those that they assimilate.
We have encountered some form of alien vessels in the Phoenix system. These strange objects have been flagged as Iota aliens, which we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. Special project. Okay, so... Phoenix system. Oh. guess there is nothing here for us to understand beyond that.
Anomaly found.
Crashed ship. Sure, research that.
Well, you see the question mark thing in the center of Fionis? If you go in and you can, scroll in on that thing to see what the question mark thing looks like. Also, you should have a new special project. It takes society research, but...
Ah, gotcha.
But, I mean, you can physically go in and look at, like, what the heck is this thing that I just encountered?
I forgot. Yeah, the special projects are here in the situation log. You're right. Finishes in 9 months. Reward, influence, or special project. We will see. So...
Construction complete.
Keep going. This is a very chill game, I noticed, once you actually get the hang of it. It's very...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, I could zone out and podcast to this. Identifying anomaly in the gravity well. Discovered a shattered wreckage of an ancient ore super freighter buried deep within the asteroid's crust. Must have carried a full load when it crashed, and the asteroid minerals wealth has been revised accordingly. Okay. Dedicated to studying conservation of all forms of life in the galaxy, we have studied your species and determined that it's unlikely to last for more than a few centuries at best. To ensure we would like to acquire a part of the population for our endangered species preserve. Ooh. Our people are not for sale. Holy shit.
But you have so many unemployed. Just think about it.
But they're researching stuff for me. Radar population mod for added for 120 months, giving the following effects: minus 5% happiness. Whew. That is an ethics quandary if I've ever seen one. Will you contribute to our preserve and safeguard the future of your species? I don't like the way that they think. These extremely xenophilic people.
Look at their awesome architecture. The art.
Yeah.
Research complete.
I did see that. I did notice that, yeah. You
Research complete.
Their request, and already they hate us. Great. That's a sign.
Arisu ancients will remember this.
Yes. Yeah, this is that definitely feels what just happened. Where is this ship?
See, they closed borders to you.
Oh, so our ship is lost.
System survey complete.
Wow. Fussy little bitch. Mm-hmm. I hope we get that ship back at some point.
Yeah, if you look at the top bar of the ship with the question mark on it, your ship is currently lost in subspace, and it will slowly make its way back to its home.
Return in December of this year. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
This happens anytime you have stuff in someone else's territory that have closed borders. It also happens as I found out, unfortunately.
Has established communications.
Yeah, it was sort of a warp. but if you have military fleets, for instance, in someone else's territory, and you go to war with them, all your fleets get jettisoned out of their territory, which really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but you know, you can go with it. We
I
successfully
found this out when I was doing multiplayer testing with one of my friends.
translating the language, we established communications with the Zen Empire. Diplomatic channels are now open, and all hostilities have been terminated.
Oh, cool. This is actually one of the preset empires that it's in the open game log. You can just choose one of these just quick play as.
Authoritarian militarists.
It's actually really rare that you encounter one of these. Like, I actually have never done so or seen anyone do so. So that's pretty cool.
Huh. We could learn much from each other. That has a very distinct. All three of these give me distinct bad option. Like none of these seem good in this context. Greeting you as equals would just probably piss them off. You learn from each other probably just piss them off.
Do you want a spoiler about this?
What? Go ahead.
I mean, do you want it?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, these are just all flavor.
Okay, it doesn't
they
actually
have no
matter.
Mechanical effects or anything. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
But it is a common response to be like, oh, fretting over this screen for.
And then ends up being nothing at all. Gotcha.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't even anything. And it doesn't change. It's entirely based just on your base ethics. It doesn't change based on their ethics, for instance. It also doesn't change if, say, they're Skynet here to destroy everyone or destroy you, not destroy everyone.
Okay, that makes sense.
Actually, my Skynet playthrough is a multiplayer one where my friend is also playing a Skynet, and so we met each other and we're like, oh, we can work together.
Attractiveness to our pops, and how
we can kill all organics together. And I'm saying oh, we can bring them to a higher plane where they all better belong. And my friend is like, dude, I just like killing people.
I think the Peaceful Progress Lobby doesn't like me because I didn't give our population away.
You can find out why they dislike you.
It says defensive stance minus 10%. So I can only assume that's because we chose not to give our population away. So I haven't done anything particularly defensive.
No. It's probably due to your war policy.
Oh. I don't think I
so
have
if you click on them, and then in the left bit where it says issues, you can then hover over those issues to learn more about them.
Okay, so let me go back to factions.
So they somewhat dislike you because you don't have the money. That's why solid liquidity is red. If you have 5,000 energy in the bank or more, they're happier. And it's probably defensive. It's probably due to your they dislike liberation wars. That's why.
Oh. But the other option is defensive wars.
Yes.
That sounds like it'd be even worse for them.
Why?
Because they're giving me points deduction for being too defensive.
No, they're if you hover over defensive stance in the issues box, I'm pretty sure it's because you're not defensive.
Oh, because I'm not defensive. Okay, so let's.
But you could hover over it and find out more in detail. You can change all these policies every 10 years. So once you change it, there's a 10-year timer on it. So none of these are permanent. So you can change your trade policy at some point, probably already if you wanted to. Although you're low on consumer goods, so I think you got it on.
Okay, so you are right here. Defensive stance policies will please the defensive wars only will please the Peaceful Progress Lobby. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair request. I can respect that. I will.
And of course, you can reap the benefits now, and then later on be like, you know what? I'm gonna go regime change in some people right now.
Completely sensible, yeah. That is how politics works in real life and in video games.
And as you see by solid liquidity, if you hovered over that, I'm pretty sure it would say
Yeah, it's because they hate.
if you have 5 energy in
Yeah.
the bank.
They want 5,000 or more.
Because
energy
they
in
want the
bank,
money.
Yeah,
They want the money.
That's reasonable. They don't like us very much from the looks of this. The new Sin Empire. I guess they don't like that we're nice people. But
so, do you think that their way of life is wrong?
I don't want to say that to their face. Could send an envoy with them.
No, but do you? Do you think that their way of life is wrong?
I don't think. Oh, they have slaver guilds in a police state. Yeah, they're wrong. Fuck them.
Oh, so you think that they might be living in sin?
Oh, I don't know about sin, but I think they're assholes.
These are a preset empire before, but
Yeah.
by the way, like they're imperial, police state, slaver guilds, authoritarian, fanatic, militarist. They're from the Desert Preference, Cynia. They're strong, resilient, rapid breeders, decadent, and quarrelsome.
Oh, they're Krogans.
Kinda. The Tsin evolved from a carnivorous, pack-hunting lizards that prowled the dunes of Cynia. They eventually developed a highly structured, hierarchical society that emphasized order and martial prowess above all else. By the time the Tsin entered the Industrial Age, a series of devastating global wars launched by a particularly ruthless warlord had already seen the establishment of a single world-spanning nation. From these humble beginnings, the illustrious and everlasting Tsin Empire was born.
Oh yeah, I can't do this because the ship that I was going to do this in is lost, and also the area I was supposed to do this in has now been closed off. Oh no, this is Howard. I can't do this. What am I talking about? So, do we have a sign? I thought I had someone exploring this already.
Oh, and yeah, as you could see on the Tsin Empire's diplomacy screen, they have many, many more options to deal with them. Like, you can form different pacts with them, non-aggression, for instance, make trade deals. You can send envoys to improve your relations with them. You have 2 envoys freely available because you're a Xenophile.
Okay.
Envoys are a convenient way to make other empires like you enough that they won't go to war with you, for instance.
Yeah, why don't we...
You can also send your envoys to harm relations, so that, they'll be like, oh, we really dislike you. You know what? We'll declare war on you. And then you're like, haha, defensively, I've got all these defensive war bonuses. Suck it. Come on. Come on. Come at me, bro. It's a perfectly valid strategy.
That makes sense. I was wondering why they let you intentionally piss off somebody, but I guess if you're trying to piss them off so that you can be in defensive war, that does make sense.
You could also, if you never wanted to be friends with these people, you could also rival them, declare them, a local rival. You'll get additional influence from that. They will, of course, quite dislike you.
Well, I would like that idea. They do vastly overpower me, so that seems like a bad decision.
I mean, you got 9 to 20. You can still,
Yeah, I feel like that would just result in me getting decimated.
You also have 2 envoys. You can assign more than one if you want.
I'll keep one
you
in
could
the
also,
back pocket for now.
I don't... They don't do anything, just so you know, if you don't use them. But if you don't want to, would be a good reason not to. Basically, it would improve your relations at twice the speed. And I guess twice the height? Does it get plus like 200 instead of 100? I don't know. But that's only if you actually want to.
Yeah, and I don't.
You can also close borders to these people. That will stop their ships from coming into yours. As you see, you can also see what their relations with other empires are. So they have closed borders to an unknown empire. And they have a casus belli against an unknown empire, which is to say a reason for war. The reason is probably that they have some claim on their system.
Gotcha.
Or actually, I was going to say it's that they rival them, but they don't have any rivals. Yeah, they probably have a claim. there are a lot of different
Construction
reasons
complete.
for war and war
Construction
goals that you
complete.
can develop in this game, depending on what policies you have available, what your relations with another
System
empire is,
survey
and
complete.
whether they're plant Nazis or not.
Maybe we'll do your
Anomaly
excavation here.
found.
Like, let's see, what have I used? I've used conquer, I've used impose ideology, I've used humiliate, I've used was it actually called the euthanize? I've used claim relic. I've used, what is it actually called? But join or die, basically. Which is to say, join our federation. We demand that you become allies with us.
Or else.
Or else, yeah, I use that one. That was pretty good.
Science Officer Corey, daughter of Brock, asserts that these angular blocks of rock are the product of interactions between tectonic plates. Their shapes are the result of unusual technophytes inherent to the planet's crust. Okay. Most intriguing.
Is there like a giant check mark by your capital or something?
What
I
do
don't know
you
what
mean?
that is. I saw that a few times. Sorry, in the
system
star
surveyed.
system when you're on the galaxy
Yeah.
map. Some like weird floating check mark or something. I feel like it's part of your new UI, and I just don't understand what it means.
I think I see what you're talking about, because that was, anomaly detected. Oh yeah, you're researching that already. Perfect. So you have nothing to do. So let's give you something to do. This place is already surveyed, so let's have you come, because this seems like a bad idea to try to go into their territory. We'll just stay at their border and go no further.
Well, you could. They won't be annoyed if you go in their territory. That's not actually part of this game.
Okay.
You can, of course, for flavor reasons, choose not to. But mechanically, it is not a part of this game. There's tons and tons of stuff you can do quite reasonably just for flavor reasons.
Gotcha.
Like, that is a big part of the fun of the game. It's very well, it's also pretty forgiving for that. You know, you can play on an easy difficulty. There's a lot of difficulties later.
A massive crater on Ferd 3 appears to be a result of collision with a starship. From the massive size of the crater, we expect the ship is exiting hyperlane at maximum velocity around the planet for reasons unknown roughly 10,000 years ago. We've picked up a residual space echoes near the crash site, reminiscent of a hyper-particle field, but the ship itself is integrated on impact theory cannot be verified. Remarkable. Yeah, this is definitely like the kind of game you would zone out to while like listening to a YouTube video or a podcast, isn't it? And just kind of chill for like an hour or two.
Yeah, I definitely think you can play this game as kind of one of those Zen games, like people play on. Like,
I don't know if I would play this too often.
A friend of mine that I introduced this game to plays Minecraft like that.
I don't see myself logging into this too often, but this is still a really interesting game. A really fun time from hanging out with you and playing this, but probably not something I would play too often on my own. Has now expertise psionics trait.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Probably call it in half an hour anyway, but this has been an interesting or it's been fun like discovering this game more or less, because this is all new to me more or less.
Anomaly found.
Oh, sure, research it. It's easy. We've discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Ferd B2. The sublight vessel was built
System
by an
survey
unknown
complete.
culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear which some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have been disabled, which appears to have disabled the vessel. The technology of the ship is severely outdated. It does pose some interesting engineering design choices. And let's see, I want you... to build a substation outpost here. What are you doing? Nothing is what you're doing. So... let's have you come this way.
Anomaly found.
Relative difficulty hellish. That tells me I should probably leave that for a time.
Construction complete.
It's only 2,800 days. I once spent 10 years researching a project.
Construction complete.
You were a madman, but I respect it.
Actually, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even just that. It was I had my physics researcher spend 10 years researching a project.
Ah, gotcha.
So I didn't even get to do physics research at the same time,
Wow.
which is that's more of a downside. I was
Research
well, I guess
complete.
it's a no, that's fine. But I was pacifying some space crystals
System survey
so that I
complete.
could
Research complete.
oh, you've got two really good options here.
Capacity subsidy.
Yeah, pacifying some space crystals so that I could colonize the beautiful world they were protecting without, attacking them.
Hmm.
Because A, friendly creatures. I wouldn't want to destroy such fascinating creatures. And B, they were
Research
also
complete.
50 times more powerful than me.
That makes sense. Genetic healthcare unlocks gene clinics.
So, my recommendation is never to research gene clinics. I may have told you this before.
Oh,
but
you
in this
did. I
game,
remember. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very important. Always use, if you ever want to use the effect of gene clinics, just use holo theaters or something like that instead. Movie theaters are much more effective than functioning healthcare in this game.
Just like in real life.
For what it's worth, by the way,
Construction
in engineering, I would recommend you research Starhold or Destroyers. Both those are kind of gateway technologies that bring you up a tier.
Oh, okay.
Be pretty useful. Yeah. The Starhold is a higher level version of your star bases. Like you've got currently you just have the one star base in your home system. Yeah,
But you can build more
there's just one
or upgrade your
Yeah,
starbase.
you currently have one of 4. You can build up to 4. And star bases have various different features on them. For instance, they hold anchorages that increase your fleet capacity. Like you being more pacifist. Also, actually, Starholds are also very good for you, particularly because you're pacifist. Because Starholds are defensive fortifications.
So I could use like without having a ship, I could have.
You can have a lot of fleet power for a lot of military power equivalency, but just in a stationary place. Like they are more efficient than moving fleets, but you know they can't attack. So, for instance, right there, where did you just upgrade to Starport?
Yes.
I don't know what. Okay, that thing. So you went from a level 0 to this, or a level 1 or whatever. I don't know, but it's effectively level 0 to level 1.
Or I will once they finish getting built. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess maybe it counts. Outpost counts as level 1, but it's more like a level 0. You can have as many outposts as you want. That just affects your administrative capacity or empire sprawl, which is buffered by your administrative capacity. Like at the top, it says 1 of 4. Those 4 are the upgraded versions, like the one that exists in
like the one that exists, yeah,
or the one that you're just upgrading right now. So, for instance, you might want to build one of those between you and the Sin if you're worried about them attacking you. Because if you look at the hyperlanes that they can use to get into your empire, there's only one route that they can get in.
I do
through
have.
Tau
I
Ceti
actually am building
and
a port
Nakam,
right here.
Fionis and Vinaco, yeah. So they actually have to go through a lot of places to actually attack you. So, for instance, you could have... Yeah, anyway. You can also use these starports not only as defensive fortifications, but to collect trade and protect your trade routes, which is a bit more important for a pacifist empire.
For a pacifist regime.
Making numbers go big. Numbers go up.
Big numbers. Big numbers. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the score. It says we're overwhelmed, but they're not ranked that much higher than us. Well, they are ranked higher, but they don't have that much higher of a score. The Sin Empire. The Ancients seem to be, like, top dog, but...
Oh, yeah. Well, there's someone above them. But yeah, if you look at the contact screen, you can see more detail about that. Like, they might have equivalent technology to you, but they have a lot more fleets. You know, you're at 9 of 20. Maybe they have, 30 fleet capacity, and they also have... If you hover over relative power, it should break it down for you.
So I can't even send an envoy over to these guys. They just don't want to talk to me at all, because I didn't want to give up one of my people.
They wouldn't want to talk to you anyway. They wouldn't accept envoys anyway. They are dismissive, patronizing like that.
That's true.
They don't actually dislike you right now. They just don't care.
Well, their opinion of us is growing.
Yeah, if you hover over that, you'll see like the +3.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's growing 1 per year because of the refused request, and that is going away, right?
Yeah.
It is slowly diminishing. They're forgetting about it. In 47 years or whatever, they'll look at you and be like, "Oh, some primitives. Nice to see you."
That sounds right. It's important to remember that they are not... Their fleet power is overwhelming compared to ours, but the economic and technology level is roughly equal to ours.
Yeah, so that's probably an effect of you have 9 ships.
Yeah.
They have, 30 or something. But, I mean, you can always build ships and if they have better research. Ships are only as useful as you use them.
True.
Otherwise, they are a big source of lost resources.
Actually, what we can do is...
Like, every ship or 2 you build is an outpost that you couldn't build. To claim more territory, get more space, number go up. Yeah, it's like a giant check mark. It's weird. I don't know.
Construction complete.
Oh, I know what it is. Oh.
What?
Is the name of your sector Kaveh.
Oh.
The typeface on the capital
Oh,
V
I see now. I see the check mark
being
you're thinking of,
overlaid
yeah.
by the yeah.
Okay, I see what you're talking about now.
I was so confused.
We got our Alpha Centauri station set up. We can create a defensive platform.
You don't need this. They're also super expensive. If you want like a little strategy sort of thing, usually like your defensive fortifications are best on the outskirts of your empire, or next to important places where say people can invade you from. I mean, you've got these hyperlane connections.
Like
so
how the Sin Empire is right by Sirius. So in theory, I want this defended.
Well, actually, wait. No, they're not right by it. See, they have no connection in there. The only way that they can reach your empire is through. I thought that said. Okay, never mind. I thought it said Dubstar, which is an old band. Through Tau Ceti to Necom to whatever the Porama to Vionis to Vanago to Acer. So they actually have a long route that they have to get through. So, and what I mean is each one of those is a singular hyperlane. They can't skip any defensive stations that you build. And those defensive stations would slow them down. Yeah. Well, okay, right now they actually can skip them if they're clever, but I don't know if the AI is actually clever enough to. You can kind of try and skirt around the outside and not engage FTL blockers is the way to do that. It's a physics technology. It's kind of one of those things that shows up early, and then you research and puts a lot of magnets on the map everywhere. It's kind of annoying, actually. I feel like it should just be by default, or else not exist at all. Have you built your 2 mining districts for your?
I don't think I have. I have built a couple of mining stations, but those aren't the same thing.
It means mining districts. I did say mining districts, didn't it?
I did say yes. This. So, I'm not entirely sure what I need to do to make a mining district.
You didn't install any other mods, did you?
No, not at all.
Huh. I thought the mining district mandate was only something from expanded mandates. Did they make democracies less terrible? Less boring is what I mean. Huh. Like in base game, interesting. Anyway, yeah, no, they mean mining districts on one of your planets.
Yeah. Districts built 0 out of 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Note that you could, if you hate your ruler, I wonder if you can just intentionally not fulfill your campaign promise in order to make it more likely that they will lose the vote. Because I believe that ones that fulfill their campaign promise are a bit more likely to win. Could be wrong about that. I thought it was. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for if mine is just somewhere in these construct buildings.
No, it will not. But always build robots. Always build robots.
I think I might need to actually build some civilian industry.
The mining districts is in the left bar.
Oh, I see.
Near planetary features, near the terraform button.
I see. Yeah, here.
Mm-hmm. They use the same build queue. But yeah. You also have some open districts on your homeworld. I know because I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it's like you have to build 2 mining districts on the same planet. It's just on.
Just says 2 total, yes.
Again, I'm assuming. I mean, you're playing a democracy. I don't really know how those work.
Yeah, I really know how democracy works. Don't you live in one?
Just like in real life.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You're not wrong. Let me see. I can build.
You can also always replace a district with another one. It's not relevant now because you've got 5 open districts. But But once your planet is full of districts, you can turn a district into another one, which is very convenient. Just click the replace button.
Build some civilian industries. Now, what can I have you do, my little pretty? You zoom out a little bit. Alright, I think I'm starting to understand at least the systems at play here.
Yeah, and then that lets you make your own decisions about what you actually want to spend your resources on once you know what those are.
Research anomalies in the system.
For instance,
sure.
for instance, you are building more iPhones foolishly instead of building more robots to enable the robot uprising.
Oh, what were you all? Yeah, that's what you were there for. So let's survey this system.
That's a ship that's way over.
Yeah, I just realized as I was playing the route that they were too far to reasonably expect them to do that. Shattered remains of a cruiser can be detected. Appears to have ventured far into the gas giant's atmosphere. Desperate attempts to escape a pursuer, only to be crushed by atomic atmospheric pressure. It's too deep to salvage, but structure scan the race provides some interesting engineering data. Good to know.
I believe your archaeological site finished as well. You see at the top of the screen where it's got a little shovel icon. They're very good at providing different icons.
The source signal is an alien tombstone inscribed with strange symbols. Translation is sketchy at best, but speaks of a person of great importance, of a life's work worthy of a remembrance and veneration, and of a civilization in mourning. Towards the end of the translation, it becomes very odd, speaking of grief-induced leakage of bodily fluids, and a subsequent dissipation due to weather conditions. A life worthwhile modifier added, giving the following effects: happiness +5. Good to know. So it's been fully excavated.
Do you get it?
Yeah, they were crying. They were crying.
Zoom in on the system.
Oh.
I mean, yes.
Spoot. Okay.
I never really got the spoot. I don't know the spoot's reference, but
Bet Ariane. I don't know if I actually get that now that I'm seeing it.
Zoom in real close. I don't get most of the planet names. The system name I get.
Bag Sticka.
But it took me a while. Well, I had to just look it up. I understood the reference in the archaeological site. Certainly, like you see, there's the debris over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the planet just go to Bog or whatever it is, or that one. Yeah, look at just northwest of that. I believe there's an object.
Tannhäuser Gate?
Tannhäuser? Or Tannhäuser, yeah.
Okay. What about it?
Yeah, Tannhäuser Gate. Okay, I guess you've never seen this, but this is a reference to Blade Runner.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've watched a Blade Runner.
Yeah. I've seen C-beams glitter off the shoulder of Orion.
Oh,
something Tannhäuser Gate. Like tears in rain.
Yes, okay, that makes sense.
Fluid exceptions. Body
that
fluids,
sense,
subsequent dissipation due to weather conditions.
That makes
Time
sense.
to die is his last line. Hauer, the guy who played Roy Batty, is named Rutger Hauer.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, this was added to the game like shortly after he died, I believe.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
As a little mini tribute. I don't get the other planet names though. Spute, like the archaeological site is always on Spute or Spute or whatever. I don't get those. By the way, you have a cool looking seahorse.
I have a what?
You got a seahorse. It's your territory.
Oh, I didn't notice that. It is a seahorse now that you mention it. That's kind of cute. It looks like it's sucking up whatever is coming out of the Sin Empire's butthole. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna quote that endlessly.
Construction complete.
Alright, so you are bored. So let us find something to do for the bored boys over here. Perfect. You are also bored. Bored boys get to build
I like how
stuff.
you're like, they're bored, and I'm always like, they're sleeping. They're lazy.
You always got to assume the best out of your people. We're democracy. We look out for each other because that's what democracies do.
You're not looking out for each other. You're sleeping on the job. You're not doing the well. All right, your democracy. It's true. You're not. You're not actual commie society like mine. All right.
No, we're a democracy.
They are not performing to the best of their ability. The
Sen Empire is very happy with us as of right now.
Oh, what did they say?
No, I said I'm looking at their contacts, and our relation is plus 39.
You can also see what people think of you on the map mode. Down in the little box that your face is covering up.
Oh.
Or the little boxes. There's different map modes there. Like there's an opinion map mode, and you can see like what their opinion of you is, and then you can click on the empty space in their empire. Like anywhere that's not a planet or a star system, as long as just their color, you can click on that, and it will take it from their perspective, so you can see what you actually think of them. If you were an AI, if an AI was controlling your empire, how it would react. You can also see how all the other empires think of each other.
Okay, that's interesting.
So, for instance, you can click on the Arisu and see what the Sin think of the Arisu. So you can often find out, these two empires dislike each other already. So if I, rival one of them or ally with one of them, the other one will end up hating each other even more. You can kind of drive wedges between empires that way.
That makes sense.
Or, choose to ally with two empires that both like each other, because then you will get, closer relations between all three of you.
Or try to divide them if you're going for a more despotic, tyrannical.
Well, you gotta pick your friends.
Yeah. You can pick your friends. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
I don't want to say it.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Alright, now let's see if I can have you build more
Construction
stuff.
complete.
We had assumed wasn't a normally small gas giant is in fact not. Beneath a deceptive cover of thick dust blowing in the upper atmosphere lies a regular planet, a barren planet, but a planet nonetheless. It's proven quite embarrassing to the astronomical community on Quavi. Oh, you're already here, so... Unsurveyed, that's why I can't go there.
There's also other quick info you can see on the map, on the galaxy map. Like when you see the planetary icons, they're differently colored. That's based on habitability.
Gotcha.
So in the southeast, there's this kind of greeny one.
Or there's potentially habitable planet here as well.
Yeah, which I think it says it's a tropical world. Wow, why is that so low? This is tropical?
Yeah, wet climate, tropical world.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. You're not You're on Earth, but you turned it into an
yeah.
alpine world, you monster.
Oh, I didn't turn into anything. It was like that when I found it. And what is this Earth talking about? I think you're talking about Viqui?
Go look at Viki.
Yeah,
Or
the Alpine
Kavi.
world.
Yeah, go look at
System survey
Kavi.
complete.
Yeah.
Look at its planetary features by the little terraform, the button by the terraform icon.
Name reclamation sector. Yeah. Yeah, we found it like this. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. We would never turn a planet. It must something would have been called Earth into something like this.
Yeah,
that
certainly.
Never
There's no Scandinavian reclamation zone on this planet. There's no Pacific garbage patch or Great Pacific Tracks or whatever you've got it now.
Definitely not. That's insanity. That would be crazy. Will, who would do that?
System survey
Definitely
complete.
not a secretly not Xenophilic empire.
Definitely. I don't know what you're implying, but I think you're a little crazy. I think that's just a little crazy. I'm
just saying that when I make an empire that exterminates species, I do it with the best of intentions, and I'm not sure that you did.
Oh, with the best of intentions. I'm sure that's what they thought too.
I mean, it was what they thought. Look, if the Seekers didn't want to be, euthanized by their robots, maybe they should have programmed them to not, think that their spiritual religious mumbo jumbo was real. So, come on.
Let's actually just have them survey here. I don't have any, I can't actually survey anything here, so I might as well go
System
the other
survey
direction.
complete.
Ooh, soap bars deposit. People didn't know when alloys, by the way, were a resource introduced in a later update to this game than beginning. So were consumer goods. Minor artifacts were also introduced in a specific DLC. That there was, then a free component feature of. But like the game has gone through many different.
I mean,
It's all just the same game, but it's been through many iterations of the game. Like you're on 2.8.
Like this is an old game, yeah.
Yeah, it's 2016, I believe. Anyway, alloys were introduced later, and
construction complete.
They were in some screenshots, and people didn't know what they were because it didn't say, "Oh, these are alloys." It was just in some screenshots, so people started speculating, and the most common speculation. Joking speculation based on the image is that they were soap bars.
Gotcha.
They do look like soap bars.
They do look kind of like soap bars. But I think this is actually a pretty good place to stop because I have to go to work tomorrow. But thank you for joining me on this, Will. And this was fun. I enjoy this game. I enjoy like these little figuring out what I'm doing and seeing if it makes sense. This is fun. But until next time, take care. Remember to wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands. Black Lives Matter. All lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter, and trans lives matter. Until next time, take care, guys.